At 25, Daniel felt like life had already passed him. His phone screen glowed in the dark room. Another notification, another achievement, another reminder. Promoted at 24. Startup founder at 23. Engaged. Bought a house. Traveling the world. He kept scrolling. Faces smiling. Lives moving. Dreams happening. Everyone except him. He locked his phone and stared at the ceiling. The silence in his apartment felt heavy. Same room, same job, same routine. While everyone else seemed to be accelerating, he felt stuck in neutral. Daniel had imagined a different life by now. At 18, he thought, by 25, I'll have a career, purpose, direction, success. Instead, he had uncertainty. He worked at a job he never planned to keep, a degree he never loved, a path he never chose. It just happened, like drifting into someone else's life. The worst part wasn't failure. It was comparison. Every time he opened social media, it felt like proof he was late. Friends from school becoming entrepreneurs, lawyers, creators, managers, and him still figuring it out. One evening after work, he met an old college friend. They hadn't seen each other in years. His friend arrived confident, polished, successful, nice watch, clear direction, strong presence. Everything Daniel felt he lacked. They talked. Careers, life, plans. Daniel smiled, nodded, laughed, but inside, he felt smaller with every minute. Then his friend asked, "So, what are you working toward right now?" The question landed heavy. Daniel hesitated. He wanted to sound impressive. Instead, he said the truth. "I don't know." Silence. For the first time, he admitted it out loud. "I feel behind," he added quietly. "Like everyone figured life out except me." His friend didn't laugh, didn't judge. He just leaned back and said, "You think I'm ahead?" Daniel blinked. "You are," he said. "Obviously." His friend shook his head. "I just look ahead." Daniel frowned. "What does that mean?" His friend smiled slightly. "Most people aren't ahead," he said. "They're just earlier on a visible path." He continued, "You're comparing your invisible beginning to someone else's visible middle." The words lingered. Invisible beginning, visible middle. That night, Daniel lay awake thinking. For years, he believed life had a schedule. Graduate by 22, career by 25, success by 30. But who decided that timeline? Who wrote it? And why did he accept it? He realized something uncomfortable. He hadn't failed. He had paused, stayed safe, stayed familiar, stayed uncertain. Not because he couldn't move, because he was afraid to choose wrong. The next morning, something shifted. Not dramatically, not magically, just clarity. He didn't need the perfect path. He needed a path. So he asked himself a simple question. What do I actually want? Not what impresses others. Not what sounds successful. Not what looks good online. What felt meaningful to him? The answer came slowly, then clearly, then undeniably. He wanted to create, write, build ideas, tell stories. Something he had ignored for years because it wasn't safe. That evening after work, instead of scrolling, he opened a blank document and started. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't brilliant. It wasn't impressive. But it was movement. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Small work. Quiet effort. No applause. While the world kept posting milestones, Daniel built in silence. Some nights doubt returned. You're too late. Others are ahead. You missed your chance. But now he had an answer. I started. A year later, something unexpected happened. An opportunity. Then another. Then recognition. Not viral success. Not overnight transformation. But progress. Real progress. At 27, Daniel was no longer stuck. Not because he caught up, but because he moved. One evening, scrolling again, he saw the same kind of posts. Success. Milestones. Achievements. But this time, they didn't hurt because he finally understood. Life isn't a racetrack. It's a landscape. People start in different places, walk different directions, at different speeds. There is no universal ahead, only movement or stillness. Years later, speaking to students, Daniel said, I spent my 20s believing I was late. I wasn't late. I was waiting for certainty, permission, confidence. But life doesn't give those first. It gives them after you begin. He paused and added, the moment I stopped comparing timelines was the moment my life actually started. Moral, you are not behind in life. You are only behind in starting. And starting today is still early.